PowerPoint. So now my screen is visible to all of you, and good afternoon to all of you. This was the question we had discussed at the last on the session which I had delivered on the Saturday. We were dealing with one of the example related to Bayes theorem and total probability, and this was the case. And yes, example 11 I had delivered lastly. Now this was our unit 1. Things related to probability, some of the properties of probability, then after conditional probability, then that total probability and Bayes theorem related stuff. So now we guys will switch over to our second unit. Now our second unit is based on random variables and their probability distribution. So in this unit, we guys are going to learn about the most important part of this probability part, that is distributions, some spatial probability distribution. In this part, we are going to discuss binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, then after normal distribution, exponential distribution, gamma distribution, uniform distribution, all such kind of distribution, which are very, 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 very useful, very helpful to get some of the prediction or some of the conclusion, some of the inference for the population using suitable sample. So for that probability distribution part, we need to have some of the basic understanding regarding to the random variables. This particular topic, random variable, you have already learned in your 12th syllabus. So might be first half an hour will be a kind of recall for you guys because you have learned these things. We know that we're having two different kind of random variables, discrete, continuous, and you are quite aware about its probability distribution even. ગુજરાતીમાં જે લોકો ભણ્યા છે એ લોકો માટે એને તમે કહેતા યાદચ્છિક ચલ means random variable, and probability distribution means તમે એને કહેતા સંભાવના વિતરણ, is it? So the first half an hour will be quite like a recall of 12th, but in 12th standard we were learning these things for specifically for marks. Now we are not doing this for marks, we are focusing for the understanding part. So let me start our today's discussion. What is random variable? A random variable usually written as capital X or capital Y. Usually we will be labeling random variable by either X or Y. It is variable whose possible values are numerical outcomes of the random experiment. Suppose I am dealing with one of the random variable. Let me choose my pen from here. Okay. Suppose my one of the experiment is I'm tossing 2 coins at a time. I'm tossing 2 coins at a time. For such kind of experiment, my sample space will be, you all know that this will carry 4 outcome HH, HT, TH, and TT. This will be sample space regarding to the experiment if I'm tossing 2 coins at a time. I'm having 2 coins. Is it? Now, I can define my random variable such a way that random variable, its notation, we guys will label the random variable with capital X or capital Y. Suppose my random variable capital X is defined as the number of hats in outcome, number of hats in the outcome. It's okay. Now, in such a case, if my random variable is number of hats, then for this situation, random variable x will able to take the value 0 or 1 or 2 when 0. If my outcome, if the result of tossing two coin is TT, that means in this particular outcome, the hats are not there. Both the outcomes is tail. So number of hats I'm getting is 0. If my outcome is HT or the TH, HT or the TH, in both the cases, number of hats I'm getting, that is 1. I'm having one head, one tail. So x can value 1, x can take value 1 for both these outputs. And if my output is HH, that means I'm getting both the hats subsequently, then x may take value 2. Is it? So what is random variable over here? Random variable is a variable whose possible values are numerical outcomes of random experiment. Whose possible values are numerical outcomes of the random variable. जो भी outcome आ रहा है उसको हम किसी number के साथ associate करेंगे. Is it? That way we can define a random variable. It's totally okay. If I'm defining my random variable as a number of cars passing on the road. Suppose my random variable is, forget about the experiment, but let me define a random variable like this: number of cars passing from the road. Number of cars passing from the road. Then in such a case, my x can take values. हो सकता है कि for some suitable interval, for some desired interval, I'm counting a cars. Might be कोई भी कार पास नहीं हो रही है, 0, 1 हो रही है, 2 हो रही है, या तो फिर 215 हो रही है. It's quite possible 215. It's quite possible that is 1045 is that. Is it? So by that way, if we are going to associate one of the numerical value to the outcome, then such kind of variable, such variable is known as a random variable. Is it? So this is a simple definition for the random variable, and we are going to divide, we are going to learn two different kind of random variables, that is discrete and continuous. So random variable will be divided into two parts: discrete random variable, continuous random variable. Now when I can say that my random variable is discrete, when I can say that my random variable is continuous, that's depends on basically depends on two words. That two words are, where the pen is, yes, counting and measurements. If I'm supposed to count some of the things, if I'm dealing with the counting, then surely I will be dealing with the discrete random variable. And if I'm interested in measurements, if I'm measuring some of the data, then surely I will be dealing with the continuous. How? Why? There will be lots of questions in your mind. Let me solve that question. First of all, let's understand what is discrete random variable. So, discrete random variable. Okay, a random variable which is discrete random variable is a variable which can take only countable number of distinct values. Which can take only countable number of distinct values. Here, the important word is distinct values. Distinct values. Discrete random variable are usually counts. Not necessarily, but usually it will be counts. For example, dead. If I'm counting number of deaths, number of alive persons, or if I'm counting number of children in a family, number of defective item in a box. For all such cases, if I'm going to define x as a number of children in a family, x is right now, my x is number of children's in family, then can you predict that? Can you able to understand that in such a case, my random variable x can take only distinct values. It might be 0. Number of children in the family might be 0, might be 1, might be 2, might be 3, might be 110, might be in thousands. If we're dealing with a very, very, very big family, then might be in the hundreds even. But is it possible that my number of children is 1.5, or it's 2.9, or it's 3.01? Is it possible to have such kind of fractions? In this case, if I'm counting number of child, then is it possible that that count will be 1.5, or that count will be 2.9, or that count will be 3.05? Is it possible? Reply out the chat box or by unmuting your mic. It's okay. Narayan is saying no, sir. Yes, it's not possible now, because number of children, it will be surely positive integer. Minimum it will be 0. Maximum we can't predict. It's okay. Suppose I'm counting number of born bacteria yesterday. Number of born bacteria yesterday. It's that figure might be infinite. But yes, we can count it. It might be 0, it might be 1, it might be 2, it might be 3, or it might be very, very big number, but it is countable. But in that case, surely my count will not be 1.5, 2.3, 3.7 like that. Surely it will be a positive integer. Forget about positive, but it will be surely an integer. So in a way, in the situation when we are dealing with counts or number of distinct values, in all such cases we are dealing with the discrete random variables. So discrete random variable is usually associated with counting. But what will be the case if I'm measuring my room temperature? What will be the case if I'm measuring my room temperature? Suppose I'm denoting my x as a, let me resolve the ink first. Okay. Can you tell me if I'm labeling my random variable x as a, suppose x is a room temperature in degrees Celsius, is it? Suppose I am defining x as a temperature of my room, then do you think that particular random variable will only take some of the distinct values? And suppose I'm giving you one of the range. Suppose in the data I'm providing you that my room temperature is minimum 25 and maximum it is 38 degrees Celsius. This is the range of my room temperature. That is the data I need to give you. Minimum my room temperature will be 25 and maximum it can be 38. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकता, इससे कम नहीं हो सकता. That is information you are having. Now, if I'm defining my random variable as my room's temperature right now, then it might be any value between this. It might be 26, it might be 26.5, it might be 26.7, it might be 31.9, it might be 37.999825. Is it? Here, my random variable can take any value between 25 to 38. It is not compulsorily be कि वो हर बार integer ही होगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा इस case में. Suppose, let me change. Suppose I am measuring the height of all of us, height of B batch student. Height of B batch student. Let us fix some of the range 150 to 180 centimeter, is it? कि minimum जो भी बंदा जिसकी height कम है वो 150 का है, maximum 180 का है. And then I am counting, this is my range. Now, if my x is height of B batch student, then x can take any value. It's quite possible that one of the person is 165.72 centimeter, or x can be take value 172 point something something something, or it's quite possible that x can take value 172 exactly. But in this case, in this situation, it is not compulsorily like that. X well be integer. It might be possible that x is taking value from the fractional part, is it? So when we are measuring some of the data, that means at that time we are dealing with the continuous random variable. So continuous random variable is one which takes infinite number of possible values in the given interval. Observe this, infinite number of possible values. We know that between any two real number there are infinite number. आप बता सकते हैं मुझे 1 और 2 के बीच में कितने नंबर्स होंगे? Can anyone is able to answer me? 1 और 2 के बीच में कितने नंबर्स आएंगे? I am talking about real numbers. 1 और 2 के बीच में कितने real numbers है? Any of you will infinite. कौन बोला?
Raj Panjwani.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Take care about one of the thing when you are unmuting yourself and try to reply me when you are giving some of the answer. Then I'm not able to see the screen because मेरे लैपटॉप पे वही स्क्रीन है जो आपके लैपटॉप पे है. So I'm not able to identify कि किसके साथ बात कर रहा हूँ. So it will be good. When you are unmuting yourself, then you should start like this. Hello, sir. This is Pranjul here. Hello, sir. This is Raj here. Sir Muhammad here, and then you may continue with your answer. Okay. So take care for from next time. Okay. Between 1 and 2, as he said that we are having infinite number. Even between 1 and 1.1, we are having infinite number. Is it? Even 1.1, between 1.1 and 1.2, we are having infinite numbers. So when we are dealing with kind of interval and a random variable is associated with the measuring, in all such cases, that random variable will be known as continuous random variable. Is it? Continuous random variable are usually measurements. For example, height of a person, height, weight, blood pressure. We know that blood pressure, we can't count blood pressure, we have to measure. Is it? We can't count height, we have to measure the height, we have to measure the weight, we have to measure the blood pressure. If I wish to identify all the real numbers between 1 and 5, then we need the continuous random variable. But अगर यहाँ पे छोटा सा मैं change कर दूँ, instead of real number, all the natural number, then that will be the example of discrete, because between 1 and 5, natural numbers will be only 3, 2, 3, and 4. That's all. But if we are talking about the real numbers, then there will be infinite real numbers. That means we are dealing with one of the interval from 1 to 5. So discrete माने की counting, continuous means measuring. Okay, so by that way we can categorize random variable into two parts, discrete and continuous. Now in this chapter आउटलाइन ही ये इस चैप्टर की, रैंडम वेरिएबल, डिस्क्रीट, कंटिन्यूअस, और इसके लिए कुछ प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हम स्टडी करेंगे, 2 या 3. इसके लिए भी कुछ प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन लर्न करने वाले हैं, 2 या 3. इज इट? सो वी आर एट द सेकंड स्टेज राइट नाउ हियर. नाउ for the discrete random variable or continuous random variable, any kind of random variable, we need to have some of the function like probability function. इन दोनों के लिए हम एक specific function define करेंगे, that will be known as a probability function. और उससे पहले we will be get introduced with probability distribution. So our next slide will be on probability distribution. Yes, there it is. What is probability distribution? Good. We can explain probability distribution with the use of graph or table or one of the specific formula, a graph, table, or formula that specify all possible values that a discrete random variable can take along with the associated probabilities. Then it is called probability distribution. Might be some confusion will be there in your mind. Wait, let me discuss this with one of the examples. Suppose I'm tossing a coin 3 times, or I am tossing 3 coins at a time. Okay, I'm not worried about that right now. एक coin 3 बार toss कर रहा हूँ या तो 3 coin एक साथ toss कर रहा हूँ. It's okay. But I am tossing 3 coins. Okay. And what is x? x is number of hats obtained. जो भी आउटपुट है उसमें कितने hats आए हैं, that count is my x, random variable x. So if I'm tossing 3 coins at a time, 3 coin at a time, I'm tossing 3 coins at a time, and x is my number of hats, as I said here. Can you tell me, in such a case, a random variable x will able to take values from, इस केस में x की वैल्यू क्या क्या हो सकती है, कौन बता सकता है मुझे? यस मिश्रा,
सर
एनी ऑफ यू, यस प्लीज. किससे बात हो रही है?
मोहम्मद 0
यस मोहम्मद, यस
मोहम्मद
प्लीज
0
गो अहेड.
0
Yes,
1 2 and 3
0 1 2 and 3. Minimum I can have 0 heads when it's possible. If my outcome is t t t, all 3 heads are turned on tail, all 3 coins are turned on tail, then number of heads will be 0. Quite possible that I am having a single head and rest of 2 will be tail. Quite possible I'm getting 2 tails. Quite possible I'm having all 3 as a tail, all 3 as a head, sorry. So the possibility for x over here are 0 1 2 and 3 only. Good. Now बता सकते हैं मुझे, अगर यहाँ पे मैं 4 कर दूं, if I'm tossing 4 coins at a time, then what should be the x? What should be the case for x? Hello, am I audible? Am I audible? Oh, I was having one call, so might be. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
yes sir
Okay. Sorry, because I'm using my cell phone hotspot and I was getting one of the call, so might be there was some of the disturbance from my side, but it's okay. This is the case for if I'm tossing 3 coin and I'm defining random variable x as the number of head obtained. Now, if I'm tossing 4 coins at a time, then can you help me for the range of x? X की range तो क्या होगी? If I'm tossing 4 coins at a time, 0 1
0
2
1 2 3 4
3 and one more will be there, 4, is it? Good. So can you able to identify these are the distinct values, or I'm counting number of hats? So here we are counting, that means we are dealing with discrete random variable. In this case, this x is my discrete random variable. Okay, now right now we want to discuss about the probability distribution. Now how we can represent the probability distribution of this x? For that, usually we guys will take a help of one of the table, where in first row I will be putting all the possible values which x can take. 0 1 2 3 might be if I'm dealing about 3 coins, मान लीजिए कि ये 3 here, and the respective probabilities. What is the probability that random variable x can take value 0? That will be here. What is the probability that random variable x can take value 1 2 and 3? Is it? So this table will be known as a probability distribution for the random variable x. Is it? That is this slide. That is the explanation in this slide. Let me take, yes. If I'm tossing 3 coins at a time, then x can take the value 0 1 2 and 3. These are the favorable outcome for x equals to 0. If I'm getting output t, that means none of the head is there, so x is 0. यहाँ पे जो 3 favorable outcome लिखे उसमें हर किसी में एक बार h है, h. So if x equals to 1, then these 3 are the favorable outcome for that, and for 2 and for 3. Now, if I wish to identify the probability when x equals to 0, then surely it will be 1 by 8, because if I'm tossing 3 coins at a time, then sample space will contain 2 raised to 3 possible outcomes, and this 2 raised to 3 is 8. So favorable upon total cases, 1 by 8 will be the probability. In this case, it will be 3 by 8. In this case, it will be 3 by 8. And in this case, it will be 1 by 8. Is it? So if I'm going to represent this particular probability, if I want to represent the probability distribution of x, then as I said, first row will be containing the possible values of x, and second row will have labeling p of x, and it will contain probability of respective x. What is the probability that x equals to 0? 1 by 8. What is the probability that x equals to 3? 1 by 8. What is the probability that x can take value 2? That is 3 by 8, like that. Is it? So this is nothing but probability distribution. Even we can express probability distribution with graph also. Observe, this is a graph. In this graph, the first bar is related to 0. If x equals to 0, then probability distribution is 1 by 8. This height is 1 by 8. If x equals to 1, then this height is 3 by 8. Similarly with this one, this is also, sorry. This is also 3 by 8, and this height is 1 by 8. Then this bar is 4, x equals to 3. This bar is 4, x equals to 2. This bar is 4, x equals to 1. So even we can express probability distribution with the use of graph or table or one of the formula, even specific formula. वो कैसे करेंगे? Next slide में देखेंगे. Usually we will be dealing with kind of table. Okay. Usually for the example we will be dealing with a kind of tables. Good. Now one more thing, probability function. Probability function. Now I need to define probability function for both that. We'll be dealing with two different kind of random variables. Discrete के लिए भी करेंगे ये define, for discrete even, and even for the continuous. What is probability function? Probability function, this is function. Function means we will be having a domain, codomain kind of stuff, is it? One of the domain, then after one of the codomain will be there. What is that? Let me explain. A random variable x, let x be a random variable. Random variable, look, I'm not saying whether it is discrete or continuous. A random variable x, then the probability function f of x, then the probability function f of x, that means a kind of this function f of x, maps the possible values of x against the respective probabilities of occurrence. That means surely I'm gonna associate x with its probability, p of x. A kind of function f of x running from x to p of x is known as probability function. Is known as probability function, which gonna map a random variable with its suitable probability. Okay. In earlier case, 0 की probability क्या थी? 0 की probability थी 1 by 8. What was the probability of 1? That was 3 by 8. Probability of 2, it was 3 by 8, like that. Is it? Here I was associating 0 with 1 by 8, 1 with 3 by 8, like that. So probability function is just a function which maps a random variable with its suitable probability. Now, the things matter if whether I'm dealing with a discrete random variable or I'm dealing with the continuous random variable. Okay, let me categorize that. If f of x is probability function, then before going for that, we need to discuss two property of the probability function. What should be that? This is very common and very easy, and also you have learned this thing in 12th even. For the probability function, each and every probability will be lying between 0 and 1. It might be 0, it might be 1, or in between 0 and 1. It's not possible that f of x will have value less than 0 or greater than 1. It is not possible. Take care for each and every possibility for the random variable x. And second, the summation of f of xi, that means addition of all that probabilities must be 1. Observe here in the previous slide, observe here. Each and every probability, 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 3 by 8, 1 by 8 are lying between 0 and 1. 1 by 8 is 0 point something, 3 by 8 is 0 point something, 0 point something, 0 point something. And if you go for the addition of all that, if you wish to find the summation of this 4, 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 1 by 8, you will have 8 by 8, 8 by 8 is 1. So this is important that probability function, the function which is going to satisfy both this condition, then and then that function will be known as a probability function, as simple as that. And what is that function? That function going to map x, that means random variable, with its probability, respective probability, as simple as that. So now the things will be different from this x. If I'm dealing with discrete, then situation will be different. If I'm dealing with the continuous random variable, तो बात कुछ अलग होगी. क्या होगी? Probability function is called, इन दोनों के हिसाब से इसका अलग से नाम रखेंगे हम. देखिए, yes, a probability function is called probability mass function. Probability mass function in case of discrete probability distribution or in case of discrete random variable. So अगर discrete random variable के साथ बात करें तो probability function को एक अलग से नाम देंगे, that is probability mass function. And probability density function in the case of continuous probability distribution. If my random variable is continuous, then such probability function जो भी हमने define किया उसको हम बोलेंगे probability density function. अगर वो random variable discrete है तो इसी probability function को हम बोलेंगे probability mass function. So यहाँ से आइए, ये मैंने जो इस slide में discussion start किया था, that probability function will be dependent on discrete as well as continuous. अगर discrete random variable है तो ये probability function कहलाएगा probability mass function, PMF, probability mass function. And if my random variable is continuous, then that probability function will be known as probability density function. Now this PDF is not a PDF, huh? This is probability density function. So probability mass function है या density function है, that depends on X. Okay. So are we good up to this? Are we good? Or if you're having any doubt, then please unmute your mic and talk to me. If you are good, then please.
Yes, sir. This is Pranjal.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We are getting this.
Okay. Any other? Yes, so will drop a message over the chat box. Are we good with this? I need to explain this. Okay, good, sir. Can you give? Okay, that was before 20 minutes. We are good. Safely good. Okay, so let me move further. After defining two kind of functions, probability mass function, probability density function, let me take you for the example. It's just an example in support of the definition only. This is not the kind of example which I'm going to ask in the exam, so don't worry. It's just for the support. Let's continue with the same example. We had tossed 3 coins at a time. Consider the example of tossing a fair coin 3 times. X is a number of hats. Number of hats, that means I'm counting number of hats. That means X will be acting as a discrete random variable. So this X is discrete random variable. And if I wish to go for its probability function, then first I need to have probability distribution. This is my probability distribution. X 0, 1, 2, 3 इतनी values ले सकता है, and the probability, respective probability, as we discussed, 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 3 by 8, 1 by 8. Now, observe here. Let me choose the pen. Yes. Observe, each and every probability is positive and lying between 0 and 1. That's it, as we discussed. All these are in the interval 0 to 1. 0 से बड़ी है, 1 से कम है. So first condition is satisfied. Now second, if I'm going for the addition of all that, if I'm looking for the summation, then summation 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 1 by 8, it will gives us 1. That means this function, if I'm writing a function like this, f x, where x is going to associate with p of x, then such function is satisfying both this condition. So such function is my probability function. I need to write f of x over there, but it's okay, it's a small typo, it's good. So this is a probability function. From probability distribution, we will able to get that whether that function is probability function or not. It must be satisfying both this condition. Direct probability 0 के 1 से बीच में रहनी चाहिए और सभी का addition 1 होना चाहिए, is it? So this is one of the probability function. Let me take you to one more example. Now, I will be in need of you to find this. Suppose I'm rolling a die. Let me define my random variable. Okay, forget about this side. This is not that much useful. Let me go for next one. Yes, this is example 12. Example 12. Now, we are having one of the function f of x equals to x by 6, and my random variable x is having the range 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all. Yes, again, I have not mentioned dot. X is having only 5 values, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So x can take values from this range, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we need to check, whether this is a probability mass function or not. This function is probability mass function or not. Now, first of all, observe I had written probability mass function. When we can say that probability function is a mass function, if and only if we are dealing with the discrete random variable. If and only if we are dealing with the discrete random variable. So, one can clearly observe that here I have chosen a countable value for x, and we are interested in count. So, this is discrete. It's very, very easy to understand. And my f of x, the respective probability for x is x by 6. Now, here I need to identify whether this function will be known as probability function or not. Can any of you will help me to identify? Let me choose Saif Ali. Can you unmute your mic? Saif Ali, can you unmute your mic?
Sir,
Yes. Are you in position to talk with me? Can we talk? Can we have a small talk? Quickly. Reply. If you're not able to, then I will choose other person. Forget about him. Rishabh. It's fine. There will be no issue from Rishabh's side.
Yes, sir.
Rishabh, let's try to identify whether this function will gonna act as a probability mass function or not. Is it? So as I discussed
Okay.
in the previous slide, that if we wish to check whether the provided function is probability mass function, we need to go for two properties. Is it? We need to identify two. Okay.
Yes,
What
sir.
was the first one? 0 is less than equals to f of x is less than equals to 1. Is it? Each and every probability must be less than equals lying between 0 and 1. And what was the second part?
Yes, sir.
What was the second part?
Wait a second, sir. Let me recall.
Oh, Bapa. Rishabh, the second was the summation of all that probabilities must be
P1.
1.
1.
Is it now? So let's try
Yes.
to identify whether both these are satisfying over here or not. I'm having x. I'm having a range of x as 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 only.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Yes. Now, let me go for p of x equals to 0. What is the probability that x, random variable x, my discrete random variable x, will have the value 0? If
1
x,
by 6.
Okay, take care about the notation. Instead of writing p
Okay.
of x equals to 0, I may write like this, f of 0. Is it? Both these are having same meaning. Take care.
Yes.
Probability that x is going to take value 0. This notation and both this notation are having same meaning. Okay. And as
Yes,
I
sir.
having f of x equals to x by 6, then f of 0 will be 0 by 6. So it will be
0.
0. Good. Now let's go for 1. P of x equals to 1.
Yes, sir.
That means f of 1 will be 1 by
By
6.
6.
Similarly, f of 2 will be 2 by 6 means 1
2
by
by
3.
6. Yes.
F of 3,
1 by 2.
1 by 2, that means 3 by 6. And f of 4,
2 by 3.
4 by 6 means 2 by 3. Now observe, 0 is lying between 0 and 1. Yes, 1 by 6, 0 point something, 0 point something, 0 point something, 0 point something. So first condition is satisfied. Is it? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, each and every probability is lying in the interval 0 to 1. Now what about the
Yes.
second? Let's try to add all this. 0 plus 1 by 6 plus 2 by 6 plus 3 by 6 plus 4 by 6. The answer should be 6, and 1 plus 2, 3 plus 10. It will be 10 by 6. 10 by
Yes.
6 is greater than 1.
Yes.
which is not valid, is it?
Yes, so it is not probability mass function.
So it is not probability mass function if X is having a range 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, is it?
Yes.
Now, Rishabh, what should the case
Now
if
it
I'm-
now it will be
Yes. If my X range is just 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3 only, then surely
it will be
this
probability
function will
mass
be probability function, because at from here 4 by 6 will be not there, so it will be 6 by 6, and 6 by 6 will be equals to 1. और
One.
पहली condition तो satisfy हो ही रही थी. So let me
Yes.
erase the ink, all the inks. Wait, and यहाँ से मैं 4 निकाल देता हूँ. चलिए, अब ये probability mass function होगा, देखिए कैसे है. यहाँ पे 4 भी एक गलत है, रुक जाओ. I need to erase that also. Yes. Now go through the solution once and let me know, or the chat box, whether you guys are able to get this or not. आपको क्या कहना है, स्क्रीन के ऊपर जो एक्सप्लेनेशन है वो देखना है. अगर समझ में आ रहा है तो चैट बॉक्स में रिप्लाई करना है, नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो भी चैट बॉक्स में रिप्लाई करना है. Quickly go through it. I'm just giving you 1 minute. I'd already explained this. If you're getting this, then getting or not getting, reply me over the chat box. Understood? Got it, sir? Got it? ऋषभ, प्रांजुल, श्रीनारायण, विजय, महाराणा, मोहम्मद, राज, अविनाश, बाकी के सारे सो रहे क्या? हेलो, Wagaye Kusha, are you there? Wagaye Kusha, Wagaye, are you attending this session? Wagaye, you are there in the list. If you are attending this session, then kindly unmute your mic or drop a message over the chat box. Wagaye, Dhruvi, Divyajit, Avinash, Raj. Good. That means all of you are getting this. Wagaye, you are not attending, is it like that? Or you're just logged in and put yourself aside? Might be the case. It's okay. Let me go for the next one. Oh, this is for you guys. Check whether the function defined below is probability function or not. What you are supposed to check? The provided table. Observe. If you're going to compare this question with the earlier one, earlier I had provided one of the specific rule. For the f of x, it was for the probability function, I had assigned one of the rule that f of x equals to x by 6, and we were having the range of x, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, instead of giving such kind of rule, in this example, I had provided the table directly. This is a table which gives you the possible values of x, and the second row gives you the probability that x will take the respective values. Now, what we supposed to do? We just supposed to identify whether this is probability mass function or not.
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, it is. Why? You just need
Sir,
to take
because
care of
sum
those
is one.
values.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Addition is 1, as well as none of the value is
Greater than.
greater than 1 or less than 0, is it? None of the value
Yes.
is greater than 1, less than 0. So this is probability function. Now, instead of saying this is probability function, I had mentioned this is probability mass function. Why I had used that mass word over there? Can you explain? Instead of saying probability function, why I am using this word mass in between? मैं ये बीच में mass word क्यों घुसा रहा हूं? बताइए मुझे. Any of you unmute your mic and sal. Oh, look at, observe my question. This is probability function. Probability function होने के लिए दो condition है, दो condition satisfy हो रही है. So I should be saying like that ना. This is probability function. तो मैं यहाँ पे probability mass function क्यों बोल रहा हूँ? Why I'm using probability mass function? Why? Unmute yourself and talk to me.
Sir,
प्रांजुल बता, तू बता, कोई भी बता दे, जल्दी से बता दे.
Sir,
मोहम्मद बता दे. हाँ
मोहम्मद. हाँ सर.
बता ना बे.
सर, I'm not sure, लेकिन शायद क्योंकि x discrete है.
Yes, you must be sure. X is discrete. मैंने तो बोला नहीं कहीं ऊपर, तो देखो ऊपर तो कहीं लिखा नहीं है x is discrete. But here you can observe ना.
Discrete है.
Yes, here you can observe my x is gonna take value either 0, 1, 2 and 3. काउंटेबल वैल्यू है और सारी इंटीजर्स है, दैट मीन्स एक्स इज डिस्क्रीट। तो अगर डिस्क्रीट वेरिएबल के लिए मैं प्रोबेबिलिटी फंक्शन की बात कर रहा हूं तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं हम? प्रोबेबिलिटी mass function. So take care about this. This is very, very important. This is very, very important because and after 2-3 slides, I will be dealing with probability density function. If you're not clear about this mass and density, that means discrete and continuous, then it will create an issue because our whole chapter is dependent on discrete and continuous variable. Is it? And we need to learn probability distributions even. So this is very, very critical and important. Now for this question, it is very, very easy. Each and every probability is lying between 0 and 1. So first condition is satisfied. And second, the addition of all that probability is 1. So both the conditions are satisfied. That means this f of x is probability function. Instead of saying probability function, I am using probability mass function because x is discrete. Are we good? Hopefully. Now, I think so I need to assign another question to you guys, and yes, this is a question for you. Let me explain this. A discrete enumerable x has following probability distribution. Now, provided is the probability distribution. I am not asking you to check whether it is probability function or not. This is the information, this is the data I am giving to you. This is probability distribution. Yes, this is probability distribution. You need to accept. Yeah, this is probability distribution. Yes, good. As we know that x is gonna take just the random values, discrete values. So this is discrete probability. We are dealing with the discrete random variable. Now, what we are supposed to identify? We are supposed to identify this k, one unknown k. देखिए यहाँ पे probability में कहीं पे k है. देखो यहाँ पे k है. Here we are having 2k. Here we are having 2k. So what is the value of k that we need to identify first? Then we need to identify that when x is less than 3, what will be the probability? If I'm interested in x is less than 3, that means I need to identify all such cases. That means p of 0 भी find करना है, p of 1 भी find करना है, p of 2 भी find करना है, और इन तीनों का addition करना है. In all such cases, x is less than 3. With the similar fashion, the next question says that what is the probability that x is having a value greater than equals to 3? This one greater than equals to 3 माने कि we need to find p of 3 plus p of 4 plus p of 5. Is it? And in the last question, between 2 and 5. So I'm giving you 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. Quickly go through this. Look, we are not checking whether this is probability distribution or not. This is probability distribution. That means it will satisfy both the conditions. Now you need to identify k. Then after rest of the 3 questions, quickly. Your time starts now.
Sir, 0.16
0.16 किसकी वैल्यू है बेटा? किसकी?
k की.
नहीं गलत है. फिर से कर. ध्यान से कर. Take your
अच्छा,
time.
sorry. हाँ.
Take your time. Mute yourself. Take your time.
0.1.
Correct. Then go for the next 3 questions.
एक 2k लिया नहीं था, वो गलती हो गई थी.
हाँ, गलती हो गई थी. ठीक है, चल. दूसरे क्वेश्चन 2, 3, 4 कर दे फटाफट. Mute yourself, Rushabh.
हाँ, yes sir.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. Take your time. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Maharana, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Maharani, you are saying that k equals to 0.25.
Sorry, sir. That was my mistake. I actually took an extra K. So
So it should be k equals to,
K equals to 0.1, sir.
yes. Here we know that f of x is probability mass function. So addition of all that must be equals to 1. So just using that particular property, 0 plus k, I'm adding all these probabilities. 0 plus k plus 0.2, 2k, 0.3, 2k. It should be 1. That means 5k. K plus 2k plus 2k means 5k plus 0.5 equals to 1. That means 5k equals to 0.5. 1 minus 0.5 will be 0.5 and k will be 0.1. So k will be 0.1. Then we go for the x less than 3. Probability that x, then variable x gonna assume the value less than 3. Then we need to, okay, wait. Instead of using this notation, we're good with this notation even, or it will be totally fine if someone is writing like this, that probability that x is equals to 0 plus probability that random variable x is equals to 1 plus probability that random variable x equals to, okay, 2, just 2. Okay, both these notations are same. Take care. In some of the cases, we are using this notation with the f, or if we are using the notation with p, both are representing the probability. Take care, is it? Because what is f? F is our probability function. समझ में आई बात ये? Good. And if we are having k, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगी value after getting that k? ये this will be 0.1, this will be 0.2, this will be once again 0.2. And now we will able to identify, we will able to add the sum of this 3, the addition of this 3 will give us 0.3. This is the answer for first. Then probability that random variable x gonna take value greater than equals to 3, greater than equals to 3, माने कि ये 3 value लेनी है, 0.2, 0.2, 0.4, 0.3, 0.7. And between 2 and 5, where 2 and 5 both are inclusive, 0.2, 0.2, 0.4, 0.7, 0.9. Is it? So almost all of your answers were correct. Good. Let's go for one more. This will be once again, we'll solve with the use of yours. I'm not going to assign this to you, but let's solve together. One of the word problem for the situation, from the lot of 10 items, 3 items are defective. That means what? Let me draw one of the flow chart or one of the diagram over here. I'm having 10 items. Out of the 10 items, 3 are defective. 3 are defective items. And rest of 7 will be tested okay. Defective, 3 are defective, 7 are non-defective. Good. Now what I'm supposed to take, I'm choosing a sample of 4 item is chosen randomly. Out of this 10, I'm randomly picking 4 items. 4 items. Randomly I'm choosing 4 items from the stand. That means I'm choosing a sample of 4. Okay. Now, what is my random variable? If discrete random variable x represents the number of defective items in the sample. When I'm using the word in the sample, that means I'm talking about this 4 items. So my random variable x is number of defectives in sample. Sorry for the writing. Yes. Number of samples and number of defective in the sample. That way my random variable x is defined over here. What I am supposed to find? I'm supposed to find the probability distribution for this random variable x. That means I'm interested in one of the table where first row will include all the possible values which x can take, and second row will include their respective probabilities. So can you help me in this case? X will able to take the values. Which values x
Sir,
will?
0,
Yes, 0 हो
0,
सकता है,
1, 3,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. कहाँ तक लिखूं? बोल बेटा मोहम्मद.
Sir, 3 तक, 3 तक.
अरे क्यों, तूने तो बताया नहीं. 3
Four.
इज 4 नहीं आएगा.
नहीं सर,
हाँ,
क्योंकि
3 आएगा सर.
क्योंकि 3 तो
4 नहीं आ
डिफेक्टिव
सकता.
है. नहीं सर.
Yes,
3
you are
तक.
correct. It's not possible that we will have 4 defectives out of that 4. क्योंकि हमारे पास डिफेक्टिव तो 3 ही है. 3 से ज्यादा तो डिफेक्टिव है ही नहीं. हो सकता है
हाँ
इस
सर.
सैंपल में 4 में से 3 डिफेक्टिव हो, या तो हो सकता है वी आर हैविंग 2 डिफेक्टिव आउट ऑफ दैट 4, या तो हो सकता है इन ईदर केस वी आर हैविंग 1 डिफेक्टिव आउट ऑफ 4, or the case we are not having any defective in that sample, is it? So in this case x can take value only 1, 2 and 3 only. इससे ज्यादा वैल्यू हो ही नहीं सकती. 0 क्यों हो सकती है? Because it's quite possible that in my sample I am having all 4 as a non-defective item, is it? Because I am having 7 non-defective items over there. So it's possible that my random variable can take value 0 or 1 or 2, or maximum it can take value 3 only. Are we clear with this thing? Are we clear with the range of x? If
Yes,
we are
sir.
good. So possible values of x will be 0 or 1 or 2, or it may take value 3 max to max. Now what we need to identify? We need to identify its probabilities. Now what is the probability that my random variable x gonna take value 0? What is the simple definition of probability? That is variable cases divided by total number of cases. Now what I'm doing right now, I'm choosing 4 items out of 10. So all possible ways I need to count, and for that we will take a help of combination. How many different ways we can choose 4 items from 10? That is 10C4, is it? Good. So 10C4 will give us a total number of cases, because our probability definition says that m divided by n, m is variable cases, n is total number of cases. This is our first and basic definition of probability. I'm just taking help of that only. So total number of cases, that will be 10C4. We can count it using calc very easily. Right now we are not interested in that particular number कि 10C4 की value क्या होगी, भूल जाइए जो भी है. Now what should be in the denominator? If my x is 0, then what should be in the denominator? Muhammad, I would like to hear from your side. What should be my numerator?
हाँ सर.
What should be the
सर
numerator?
3C0.
Yes. If my random variable is gonna have value 0, that means कि एक भी defective नहीं है, तो इसमें से कोई भी choose नहीं होना चाहिए, और तीनों जो है, sorry, चारों जो है वो इसमें से आनी चाहिए. Yes, is it? For that case,
हाँ सर.
3 में से 0
3 ही
choose होने
0.
चाहिए. And look, and मानी की multiplication into 7C4. Are we clear? Are we good?
हाँ सर.
Is it perfect?
Yes sir.
Rishabh, Pranjul, Narayan, Saif Ali, are we perfect? Dhruvi, I had not
Sir,
talked with
जो
you.
न्यूमरेटर वाला पार्ट है एक बार और समझा दो ना.
ठीक है, चल, ठीक है, एक बार और से समझाते. चल, let me erase these things. हाँ शर्मा, तू बात कर चल मुझसे. डेफिनेशन क्या है प्रोबेबिलिटी? सिंपल डेफिनेशन क्या है प्रोबेबिलिटी की, बता मुझे.
Favorable cases upon total cases.
Okay, let me denote by m and n. Is it? M represents the favorable cases, n represents the total cases. Now we need to concern about our event. We are trying to get probability that x equals to 0. What is x? X is number of defective. Is it? मानी कि हमारे सैंपल में कोई डिफेक्टिव नहीं होना चाहिए. समझ में आ रही बात? गुड.
Yes sir.
अब टोटल कितने आइटम है हमारे पास? 10. सैंपल कितने का ले रहे हैं? 4 का.
4
तो 10 में से 4 किस तरीके से चूज होगे? That is 10C4. That will be a denominator, is it? Total cases.
Yes.
Now, for that particular x equals to 0, मानी कि हर एक जो भी चूज हो रहा है, चारों आइटम जो मैं चूज कर रहा हूँ वो चारों नॉन डिफेक्टिव होनी चाहिए। यस और नो? एक भी डिफेक्टिव
Yes.
नहीं चाहिए, मानी कि सारी नॉन डिफेक्टिव चाहिए। अब नॉन
Yes.
डिफेक्टिव कितने हैं हमारे पास, देख हाउ मेनी
7.
नॉन डिफेक्टिव, 7। तो 4 जो आइटम है वो इसी में से चूज होनी चाहिए ना।
Yes,
7
yes.
3 4
Hmm.
एंड इसमें से कोई भी नहीं चूज होनी चाहिए।
Yes.
3C0, अगर 3C0 की वैल्यू तो 1 है, वो यहाँ पे अगर मैं नहीं भी लिखता हूँ तो भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
अच्छा.
3C0
Okay.
into 3C0 into 7C4, is it?
Yes, sir.
By
समझ गया.
solving that combination, we can easily get the value of कोई एक फ्रैक्शन मिलेगा, जो भी मिल रहा है अभी बाहर में जाए। ठीक है, छोड़ दे उसे। चल, अब तू ही बात कर मुझसे, शर्मा।
Yes, sir.
What should be the probability if my x is equals to 1? What should be
वो
my denominator? It will be same.
denominator वही रहेगा.
Perfect. 10C4. What should be in the numerator?
3C1.
Perfect. 3C1 and माने की multiplication.
7C3.
Perfect. There you are.
C1 हो जाएगा 0 की जगह ना।
3C1 7C3 क्या होगा?
Yes.
कौन बोल रहा है? कौन बोला? और
Sir.
कोई बोल? It's Pranjuli. Yes.
Sorry, sir, it's Pranjali.
Yes,
Sir,
Pranjuli.
the values will keep changing according to the values of x.
Yes, in the numerator only. Denominator will remain same. Now Pranjul
Hello?
will help me. What should be the probability of that x equals to 2? Yes, Pranjul, please. Go ahead. If x equals to
Sir, denominator part will be still the same.
10C4,
10C4. So 10C denominator part will be the same, and in numerator that 1 will be changed by 2. That is 3C2
and 7C3 will remain
dot,
as it is? No.
dot 7C3.
7C2. Take care, 7C2. I need to change that also, is it?
No. Sorry, sir.
7C2. Correct. Good.
Yes, sir. Sorry,
Now-
7C2.
Perfect.
Yes,
Beta.
sir.
Yes, Dhruvi. Unmute yourself and give me for the probability that x equals to 3. Dhruvi. Sabalpura. Are you there? Attending. So गई क्या? नहीं आ रही। क्या होगा डिनोमिनेटर?
Denominator same. 10C4,
Yes. न्यूमरेटर बता, जल्दी से बता।
3C3,
Perfect. 3C3
3C3
into
into 7C1.
7C1. Perfect. All of you are getting this? Yes or no? All of you are getting this? I replied. I
Yes,
need the
sir.
reply over the chat box. All of yours. Sri Narayan is saying yes. Sri Narayan को, एक को दीप को समझ में आ रहा है, Sri Narayan को, धार्मिक को भी आया, ऋषभ को भी आया, और कितने को समझ में आया? ध्रुवी, Maharana, Pranjul. Perfect. Good. So after,
Hello,
yes,
sir.
Who's
Sir.
that?
Sir,
Yes,
मोहम्मद
Mohammed, बता बेटा.
why find probability of why 3 के लिए क्यों probability find करना है? हम ऐसे कर सकते हैं ना, 1 minus probability of
Perfect.
0, 1 and 2 हमको
कर सकते, क्यों नहीं कर सकते? That will be a part of our next examples. Don't worry, we can do that perfectly. We can do that. You are one step ahead than us. Good, correct. Thank you. Now let me complete this question. Now, after evaluating this part, हमको कोई एक fraction मिलेगा. That part will be here. I'll mention over here. By solving this, I'll get one of the fraction that will be over here. Solving this, that number I will present here, and this will be representing over here. So let me erase this ink and let me show the proper solution. Okay, यहाँ पे एक गलती है. I had made one of the typo. This should not be 4. I just try to explain these things properly. X is number of defective item in the sample. So X can take value only 0, 1, 2, 3. And as per the situation, number of defective we are having 3, number of good items 7, and total number of 10 items are there. Now let's try to find for P of X equals to 0, 1, 2, and 3. We had just discussed that, and this is the answer for that. 1 by 6, 5 by 10, 3 by 10, 1 by 30. I'm not worried about that simple calculation. You can easily deal with that, and we can check. Observe, each and every probability is lying between 0 and 1. This is 0 point something, 1 half, 0.5, 3 by 10, it will be 0.3, 1 by 30, it will be 0 point something. So each and every probability is lying between 0 and 1. Moreover, the addition of all of them will be 1. So this is the table we were looking for. This is the probability distribution, is it? After solving all that combinations, this will be the fractions. Oh, you may reduce this fraction, you may reduce all of them, but we are not interested in that reduced form. This is my probability distribution, that's all. So hopefully we guys are good with this. Let's move ahead. Okay, for that now what's the time? 1:28. Okay. Let's switch over to the practice session instead of going for the next topic. Okay, if you guys are good, if it's not a heavy session, then we may go for next two topics, or we should continue with the practice. Choice will be yours. आप बताइए, क्या और दो टॉपिक एक्सप्लेन अभी कर दूं या तो फिर प्रैक्टिस के लिए जाना है? If you are not feeling heavy, then we may go for the next two topics. That will be probability density function, माने कि continuous random variable के लिए जो probability function हम define करते हैं वो, और उसके बाद cumulative function. क्या वो दोनों अभी सीखना है या तो फिर प्रैक्टिस करनी है? Choice will be yours, is it? I'm asking you guys. प्रैक्टिस करनी है? बताओ जल्दी से बताओ, या तो अनम्यूट करके बताओ या तो फिर कमेंट डाल दो, कोई बात नहीं. This is your choice. I'm good with both of them. प्रैक्टिस करनी है, चलो ठीक है, good. Look, wait, then let me stop this slide. ये मैं आपके साथ let me share one of the practice session, not solution exercise 3. Now let me share my entire screen. That will help us to present the exercise 3. Now, over your screen, you are having exercise 3. That's it. Now, if it is not convenient for you to get the question from the screen, then I had already shared this exercise, this PDF with all of you in a WhatsApp group. मैंने ये सेशन स्टार्ट होने से पहले ही आपके साथ व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में शेयर की है, पता है आपको? देखा प्रांजुल आपने? Have you got that over the WhatsApp? प्रांजुल चेक कर अपना व्हाट्सएप और बता मुझे क्या व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में है वो. मैंने बी बैच से ही शेयर की ना, गलती से सी बैच में नहीं डालती ना. Saif Ali saying yes. Saif Ali, are we having that PDF over WhatsApp group? है या नहीं है बेटा? यही बता रहा है तू कि कुछ और बता रहा है?
सर PDF है सर.
हाँ, so the same PDF we are having over a WhatsApp group. What we are supposed to do, here the three questions are there, question 1, 2 and 3. Then after question number 4 and 5, it's okay, जहाँ तक टाइम रहेगा हम लोग सॉल्व करेंगे, और बाद में rest of the question you may deal in the homework even. So these are today's exercise. I will gonna assign you 10-15 minutes for first three question, 15 minutes for first three question. You will be solving this question over your lab book, and take care, all of us are maintaining a lab book properly. जो भी exercise हम कर रहे हैं at the end of the session, or whether I'm assigning over the WhatsApp group, you guys are supposed to maintain that practice, that questions over your lab book. That lab book is the only authentic document for your submission. Okay, take care for that. So lab book सभी maintain कर रहे होंगे, नहीं कर रहे तो कर लेना, because I need that for the submission part. Okay, don't take it lightly. Now, as you know that after sharing the PDF for the question, even I am sharing the solutions also, is it? So there must be there in your lab book. वो होना ही चाहिए. Now, let me stop the recording first, and then we will be discussing this thing after some time.